Yo, 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 what is good with everyone? What is good? First time streaming for myself. As most of y'all know, my name is Russ. You can call me Russell. You can call me linklegendruss, whatever. And I'm here with my boy Z-Boy.
Yo, what's up, Lily People Internet? How y'all doing, y'all? That's my intro.
As the stream is titled A New Beginning, as y'all know, I'm the type of dude in the Discord and even in the YouTube comments, I'll be posting the links for everything and whatnot. And recently I acquired a Elgato game capture card and a Blue Yeti mic. Shout out to them. And off eBay. And as you can see, I am starting to stream. And for the most part, it's just going to be a casual little talk, just going to go over what I plan to do with the channel and whatnot, and how often I will say I will try to stream because it's a busy schedule when it comes to me in particular. Z-Boy, is there anything you want to add in particular?
Nah, bro. I mean, this is. Oh, yo, Six Pass, what's
Yeah,
up, bro?
yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah,
six, but he dipped. He shadow round. Got might as well start off with the memes. Got to start off with the memes on this channel. Most of y'all know that on Dustin's channel in particular, I say a lot of stuff. So this is going to be a big step in the right direction in particular because got like a hit out on me basically.
yeah.
So might as well go ahead and start.
My first stream. Yeah, I only had one person there, two because like I didn't give it out ahead of time. But yeah, all you gotta do is just promote it ahead of time. DM a couple people. I think you're already a mod in Freedom State, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you already got clout. So you'll be good.
Oh, I literally have like, okay, I'm not gonna brag about my fucking clout, but for those niggas that are actually in Rogers Base's Discord, it was because of Virgo. I'm one of his Mammoth Boy sponsors on there too, or like something like that. So it's like you see the big names like King of Lightning, you see Laz, you see like Nuxtaku. They're all on that list of people up there, and I'm on there just because of Virgo. So that alone is a starting, like starting off cloud.
Hey, that's lit, man. That's lit.
No, like, and then the thing about it is that when it comes to my clout in particular is I'm like under the line of like, there's niggas that know, oh, Russ does this shit and whatnot, but then there's niggas like, yo, whoever does this, shout out to them. So I've been around in the community for a while now. So I've been wanting to do like this whole YouTube experience and whatnot for like probably like the past like 2.5 years, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is about YouTube is that you want to make sure it never like really becomes like it feels like a job. Like it could become a job, but you don't want to feel like a job. You know. Wait, who? Wait, was
I
that?
had the stream on playback. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I just like 1 or 2 years ago, I just decided to start a YouTube channel. I had an original channel, shameless plug, Fresh 2000. Um, and then I started doing an anime channel. My channel got now Zebo 2000. And yeah, basically from there, I just started making videos like a year ago or so, and I just started contacting different people around the community and stuff like that, and um, yeah.
Well, go ahead. Since I'm going to go ahead and go off this tangent, I might as well talk about my inspirations for creating the channel and what I plan to do with it. So, when it comes to that, in particular, when it comes to my inspirations, I have to give a shout out to Shofu. He's a PokeTuber and a Smash Brothers tuber too. You can go ahead and say. And if it wasn't for him in particular, I would not had met Roger Space. And because of that, if I never, would have subscribed to Roger Space, I would have never, joined the One Piece community, read One Piece, and be where I'm at today. So I've got to give a shout out to him. Another person I'm going to give a shout out to is another PokeTuber. His name is the King Nappy. And in particular, I like his nonchalant, he don't give a fuck attitude. He says it how it is, and that's just how it goes. I got to give a shout out to him too. Another person I'm going to give a shout out to, I got to give a shout out to Braga. He's the main man of this. He is literally the Doflamingo, the Joker of the One Piece community. And just in particular, you got to give a shout out to him. And then my boy Dustin. You got to You got to give him a shout out too, because if it wasn't for him, I would not even have thought of doing this Google Hangout stuff. I would not have been linklegendruss in the community and whatnot. So I got to give a shout out to him, and a lot of people in particular, say shit about Dustin. And the thing that I like about Dustin in particular is that he just tells it how it is about One Piece. Like if a chapter is trash, there's a reason for it, even if you don't believe him. And the thing about it is that when it comes to people, like just like with the Luffy and Big Mom stuff, a lot of people wanted that to happen, even if it didn't make sense in particular.
Yeah, that
Six Pass, you back in here?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. My connection kept getting cut. So how y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Man, Russ, you got too much clout for you not to be consistent, bro. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I'm not gonna be like Hassan and Jordan. Them niggas still got a stream that they should have done. They should have done like 2 months ago.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong though. Like, but it's great to see that more dudes of Freedom State are being active. Like, I gotta hurry up and catch up. So good to see that Freedom State is becoming a more active troop. So, what you got planned?
In particular, especially with my Elgato, gameplay. I want to. I don't think it'll be tonight. I'm a little too tired after setting all this shit up. But in particular, I want to play Uno. I want to play. I want to do like a gaming podcast type of situation where, like, during the weekend in particular, because that's when I'm mostly off. Like, I don't know, maybe about 8 or 9, depending on. I just want to get a bunch of us, whether it's through Hangouts or on Discord in particular, and just playing like a couple games for like, I don't know, a couple hours or so, and just discuss whatever's relevant of the week. Like, I wouldn't say like a what happened this week, but I would say like just stuff in general, just just casually just talking shit about each other or whatnot.
I feel that. You ever thought of playing? I think it's called Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I think that's a pretty good. I think it's basically like a role playing game. You can do it in almost anything. Like, let's say you do it in One Piece. You could be a character, and you basically control the story. It's build your own story adventure. I've had some cancerous time with that, Brad, but it's actually pretty fun.
I definitely check out Dungeons and Dragons and whatnot. Now, going off Dungeons and Dragons, that Game of Thrones is coming up soon too, so I might have to do a few discussions on that in particular. I'm not renowned in Game of Thrones, the Song of Ice and Fire, but I can talk about it enough to where I know.
Yeah, like I always hear like Game of Thrones is like this great piece of literature. Like people will hype it up. Like, but the funny thing is, I've never really gotten into it. Like, I always see it on HBO. I always see some episodes going on, and I'm saying, "Oh, that's fire!" But I just never hopped on. How many seasons is there?
Okay, well, the 8th season, the final season, is coming up. It's like 6 episodes, but right now you could say it's 7 plus the one that's coming out the 15th of next month. I would suggest if you're going to watch Game of Thrones, you start from the beginning, season 1 and whatnot, and just casually work your way up. You don't have. It's not like One Piece where you got to catch up to 900 episodes in the time you can. You can take your time as long as you want, because once it's over and whatnot, there'll still be the books.
I feel that, like, or maybe if I really want to skip up, I can read the wiki.
Oh my god, we got to talk about that, because that wiki shit is actually wild.
Yeah, like I definitely look. Wanting to catch up and talking to people about the final act and all that is fine, but if you really gonna sit there and tell me that reading the wiki is better than actually reading the source material, I think you're insane. But
no, reading the wiki. Come on, listen. You miss emotional value with the characters when you read the wiki. Don't try to argue with me who's a better character if you read the wiki or something like that. Like it only gives you information. It doesn't give you like an extra like oof. It doesn't.
I'll tell you this about reading the wiki. Reading the wiki is like the definition of like reading comparing the One Piece wiki to like reading the One Piece spoilers, because there's no panels. You may get a few panels in the wiki, just like you will get with the spoilers. But reading the wiki is literally like, you're not even understanding One Piece. You're just reading a huge essay long of all these arcs and whatnot and what happened, and you think you understand what's happening, but at the end of the day, you got to realize that, you're not watching the anime, you're not reading the manga, and even with some series that have light novels, you're not even understanding it. You're just reading something that someone else wrote. It's literally like copy and pasting off someone else, and then you're just reading it just cause, and then you think you're going to get an A, but you're going to get a D minus because it's plagiarism.
Oh, that's the funny thing. I used to be bogus. I used to the last time I remember reading the wiki was for, I'm sorry, but Avengers Infinity War. Cause like that was my whole class saying, bruh, Thanos was throwing moons at people. I'm saying I gotta read this before I get spoiled. So, but the thing is, once I go into to watch the movie, I didn't remember anything because I didn't really know what was happening. I forgot this man Thanos even threw a moon, which is I don't know why people. If you try and go into an argument and say I read the wiki and you didn't actually watch anything, I can't argue with you because
Then you're trash. I mean, listen. I read the wiki for certain things, like if I forget a character's name or plot point, but I don't think you should read. I mean, I like what they were saying on Destiny Stream. Do whatever you want, but like if you want the full scope of the series, I don't think you should read the wiki. But
if we put it as the nicest way we can, like this. Look, if you want to argue One Piece, which is it's nice to talk with other people about it, but if you want to argue a point and you could bring some headcanon, and then you want to say that you got this all from the wiki, so you know what you're talking about, you might be insane. That's all I'm saying. But that's.
I'm going to say this about reading the wiki. Okay, so for certain things, like a series that's I'm not going to say is long, but you're trying to get the casual, like you're trying to pull it in a way. I would say read the wiki to understand the series, so that when you go into it, you will know a little bit about it. Not like in the spoiler territory, but just like let's say you read just the whole East Blue off the wiki, just to get the feeling for One Piece, because you don't want to go into One Piece. Everyone talks about One Piece, but you don't like it for whatever reason, and then like later on in time, you're like, damn, I wish I caught up to One Piece now, because you'd be reading about them.
Like the only thing I really think of like using the wiki for is like maybe finding a chapter. Like if you're arguing a point and you need a specific panel from one random chapter, maybe go ahead and do that. That's really helpful. But besides that, I don't really know what or you can get from it because they even have a summary on the you guys know the deluxe books where they have the whole arcs instead of just like the random volumes.
Yeah,
like they have like the whole in the back of it they give you like, and so on One Piece this would happen. That's a way better description than the wiki could ever have.
But you also got to realize that reading the wiki in particular, like what if the person who's writing on the Wikipedia doesn't even know about One Piece? So they're getting like their information from somewhere else, and then it's like it's
what if they just watch the One Piece clips? Which
I would even said watching like the East Blue special, and then they're writing on the Wikipedia about the East Blue.
Oof, that's actually wild. Now there is a few good things about reading the wiki. If we didn't have Tekken reading the wiki, we never would have gotten that god tier troll from Smokey. We really wouldn't. Like so reading the wiki. I'm gonna be honest. I did read the wiki once, but I was trying to find like what kind of devil fruits were really out there. That's like the second thing I wanted to do. And reading the wiki, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't go hard on this topic because I have a confession to make. I read the wiki during the Drum Island arc.
Hey, that's fun.
Like Drum Island, bro. Drum Island gave me a whole headache with Chopper. Like I understand what Chopper was going through, but man, I just really couldn't stand it. So I decided to wait for it to be over. Like
what?
Like come on now, like really? If it was like something like Any's Lobby, I could understand. But Drum Island wasn't all that. It was fine for what it did. Wapple was a great Wapple. He really did make Drum Island for me, but which is why
Wapple made Drum Island. Oh my god!
Come on now, let's not act like Drum Island wasn't all that.
No, listen. When they had them rose petals, them saccharite or whatever they call it, rose petals in the sky, the end and Chopper was crying. That was one of the most emotional moments of One Piece in the anime of all time.
Huh. I mean, With that man, what's his name? What Dr. Roseblum? When that man took off his clothes saying "I never shoot you," that was fine. I mean, it served the point, but that was kind of corny.
I will say
Yeah.
that Wapple's like top 5 in the verse. I will say
No, no,
that.
no, no, no. Like,
No. He's like under Judge. I mean, Judge is top 1. Gotta remember King Judge.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, oh wow. Like, see, I'm thinking Wapple, Caesar, maybe who else? Maybe Spandam. Then who else? Orochi, and then Judge. Those are the top 5 in the verse.
Hey, I can agree to that list. That list is actually factual.
Because
No. Wait. How did you
You
get
forgot Buggy.
Consigliano? How did you forget that nigga?
wait, who?
The nigga in the filler. The shit, I forgot his name.
Yo, how you
Man,
forget
don't worry
Buggy,
about it.
Buggy is a Yonko. Buggy is that nigga. We can't give him like that. And those dudes failed. Buggy is making money with the world government now. He counting racks. He's still good.
Buggy got Alvita, whatever her name is.
That's true. That's a W. That's a W right there.
I mean, yeah, Buggy did negative Mihawk.
Lord. Hey.
Wait, how are we forgetting Don Craig? He had the freaking diamond knuckles.
Bro, you know what? I had the I remember reading the first volume of One Piece in the library, and this nigga Don Creed saying gold armor that can survive any attack and diamond knuckles that can smash anything in the universe.
What? He said that?
Yeah. And I know I realized that the Japanese, they have like a weird translation. They call planets stars. So I'm thinking maybe that's what he was talking about. But that whole thing, I'm thinking, are these things about to start destroying planets and stuff? It was. Oh, that translation was weird, and that's an official one.
Planet level, yo.
That was the Viz. So I don't know about that.
You gotta think, for Zoro to take on someone like Mihawk during East Blue, during Baratier, someone that whether you say he's Admiral level or like first Yonko Commander level for Mihawk, you gotta think that's balls.
Yeah, like, well, did Zoro even know who Mihawk really was?
He knew he was the strongest swordsman, but he's just gonna go up and challenge him. That's mainly the most part.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I really will, because that man said, well, Mihawk is disrespectful. This man took out his whole necklace knife and said, "This will do." Like, god damn. I love One Piece, man.
Yeah, I love. I know I joke around with One Piece calling it mid and shit, but I do love One Piece. One Piece at its core is a great and phenomenal story. It's just whatever Oda does with it, like, okay, going with the time travel aspect, as long as he doesn't mess with it no more, hey, I think it's fine. I don't give a damn.
That was surprising. I had no idea that whole time travel thing. I thought, please tell me we ain't going to go into the past and see like how Kaido got this weakness that we can exploit. I'm glad they didn't do anything like that, because they just had it and it's gone for now, at least, until Oda decides to get back on that good smoke. I gotta ask, how do y'all feel about the Yonko as a threat to the series now, as like the looming threat?
I don't have a problem with it. It's just how Oda betrays fucking Big Mom, man. Like, seriously. It's bad, and I'd be bust up laughing my ass off when I see people comment Big Meme. Because that's literally the definition of Big Mom. Because you can't even talk about her being a real threat to the Straw Hats as a whole if she's getting pushed off the ship by Jinbei.
Yeah, well, that's a funny thing. I was listening to a podcast, and someone broke down the Yonko very well. If we think about it, the Yonko are trash. They really are. This nigga Shanks got beat by the local sea monster, which means that nigga is just normal. Got his arm bit off by a sea monster. Easy. That start of series Luffy beat. This nigga Kaido got beat so many times that they think it's a regular thing now. This nigga Whitebeard, this nigga goes up to random dudes on the street and says, "Call me daddy now." Yeah, like Blackbeard. Oh my god, but don't let me get on Blackbeard. And Big Mom, it's just her turn now. They've all had a bad season. It's just her turn to get it now so it looks the worst. Even now that we're in the pre-time, and now they're in the post-time skip where they're more powerful now, they're supposed to seem like a bigger threat. But since everyone else got it pre-time skip, she's getting it post, it looks worse. But this really isn't anything new.
I mean, I can agree to that exactly, because here's the thing, though. Okay, so yeah, Shang's got his arm taken away by the Lord of D Coast. You gotta respect that fucking Sea King. It has the Will of D in its name, so it doesn't fuck around. And then you got with the Whitebeard thing, the Squirtle Aspel. I'm not even gonna call it an Aspel, but the Squirtle bullshit from fucking Sakazuki was wild.
No, that was a great twist. But if you really want to play around, you can make these dudes look trash. Like if you put it like this perspective, these dudes can be pretty trash. And I think that's what makes them so great, because the world of One Piece is different from Bleach and Naruto. If you're a threat, if you're a looming threat like that in Naruto, that's it. That's all you are. You're pretty much just a threat. You're not funny. You have no emotion. That's basically all you are. In Bleach, you're probably gonna be defeated by some asshole. In One Piece, it's an active world. Like the world is so active that like even the military can bring you down. It's not like if you're at the top of the world, no one can take you out like the typical shonen thing, which is why One Piece is so great.
Yeah, don't get me started on Boruto, because I will have a stream on talking about that mid. I think no, not even mid. It's trash. I don't even want to talk about the shit.
I look at Boruto the same way I first looked at Black Clover. I thought it was trash too, like everyone else. I saw those commercials popping up every time I put on a video from Crunchyroll saying this is about to be the new king of shonen. But then, once I started reading the manga, it took its own identity and actually came into its own, and it's actually becoming pretty good. I mean, Black Clover, if anything, it made the female character one of the best parts of his show.
Oh yeah, so, I agree with that.
So maybe I'm not gonna hop in just to completely destroy Boruto, but when I start reading the manga, and I give it mostly to Crunchyroll. Because who told them to I don't know about this, because I don't remember if I'm the author of Black Clover. I'm not telling them to say we're the new king of shonen when we've only had 5 episodes.
Dang, they said that? They bold.
Yeah, no, they said that shit. I can vouch for it. They actually said that shit. And then the thing about it that makes it worse is that when people were, making memes and talking about Asa's voice and shit, making it sound like a fucking car engine, yeah, people won't be like, nah, they fucking creditless already.
Like, dog, and that was definitely getting better, but people are still bringing it up. Like, remember when they said that, bro? Like, I honestly think Crunchyroll was trying to get that up out of there. Like, I think they was salty that they didn't get My Hero like Funimation did.
Yeah, I mean, so Russ, what series you plan on covering on this channel?
See, the main thing about it when I made this channel was that I'm not trying to do like live reactions to nothing. It would be more of if it's something that I didn't like particular, or something I want to discuss about the chapter of what, like, okay, Black Clover, My Hero, or One Piece, I will put a stream out. But I'm not really going to do the live action stuff. I mean, the live reaction stuff. I'm not really going to do all that. But I appreciate the thought, though.
Well, and personally, I actually had like an interesting question. I had a statement saying that Black Clover has become a classic arc because they took the war arc that Naruto did and reverse engineered it into something great. Like they really copied Naruto's notes and made it perfect, which is something interesting. I mean,
yes, make a video on it before Nux does.
Nux
I mean,
nuts.
Nuxtaku. Like,
wait, hold up. Listen. We gotta talk about that though. Nux is actually like he actually is pretty cool. I feel like he gets hated on by this surrounding community, but Nux, like, he has a very loyal fan base, and like he has great edits, and he just, like, you really just gotta watch and really understand him. He has his like own type of just sense of humor.
Oh, I know what you mean. He's like he's like on I would say the Tekken side when it comes to all that funniness, and I wouldn't even say cringe, but I feel as if that as a whole he shouldn't be in a One Piece reverie.
And here's what I feel about tech about
I can agree with that. I can agree with that because yeah, I mean he does cover like many different series and he gives an analyst on it, but he has like a goofy kind of sarcastic kind of tone to it, but he has like great edits and you just have to kind of get used to his personality to kind of
I mean, for me,
like him.
as far as Dux Taku goes, I was actually subscribed to him for a long time. I actually enjoyed it. He was one of the few. He was one of the YouTubers that I had what I was looking for in the anime community. But the thing is, his joke delivery is terrible. Honestly, when it comes to trolling, you have to have a certain distinction when you're saying actual dialogue, when you're talking about something, and when you're saying a joke. You have to actually put some enunciation on the joke, or I can't tell if you're joking or not. And when you walk up in a reverie,
he actually said that though. Like in his newest video, he was like, yeah, I'm not a sarcastic jerk that people can't never tell if he's joking or not.
Well, look. Look, personally, me. I used a long time ago before I got better at my art, aka trolling. You have to have a certain level of enunciation. Well, you have to put some stress on what you're saying when you say a joke, because if it's all the same, no one will ever tell if you're being serious or not when you're talking about a topic. But that's personally me. And second, this nigga Nugs cannot be talking like he's with the shits. But nigga, if we see your content, no, right? No, we can't. I'm sorry. Like, hey, you gotta. Personally, I think that nigga should just stay in his lane. Really, no hate.
Damn, Six Paps out here taking shots at
you heard it
niggas.
here first, folks. Yo, six and Nux have beef, man. You know what I'm saying,
bro? I'm just a dude on the internet. Really, that's all I am.
Yo, everybody who's watching the stream, tweet Nux on Twitter. This is
saying Six coming for your nuts.
Oh, pause. And look, you guys can't say this about me because this is nothing. This is nothing new. I'll say it if I feel it's on my mind. But Nagataku, he'll go from video to stream and be a completely different person. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And that whole catchphrase "Six is on your nuts." Get that out of here. We're not doing that.
we burning that.
Hey, shit.
You're running with that shit, my nigga. It's already solidified. You gotta realize this is a new channel, so new memes coming up. You already know Mike Trash coming up. You already know linklegendruss coming up. You already know about the other memes that are coming up. I mean it.
Well, I'll actually be happy if I can see some. Now I got another thing. How y'all feel with this whole Yonko for Never situation?
Man, fuck that shit. Fuck the. Wait, let me roll that shit back. Let me roll that shit back. Okay, so the thing about it is that For Never World gets a lot of shit for the things that he done, but you gotta realize he is one of the original, and I will say maybe not original, but one of the longest running anime tubers on the platform still. You have to give him that. You have to give him that. No matter anything else, you could say his rap is trash. You could say his jokes are trash. You could say him liking Boruto is trash. But you gotta give him that at least.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like Matt said in them Grow streams, he's the beginner. He's your DBZ of the anime community. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really have
GT personally, but And look, Yonko as a competition ain't exactly stiff, because if we know Yonko, I like Yonko's information. When he broke down the whole Toei animation, there's actually a lot of points I've been bringing up, and I'm glad other people can see it. But this man messed up the due date for One Punch Man season 2, so
yeah, people are already on him for that shit too.
Yeah, like I called out of work to have a whole day to set up for that, and guess what happened? Nothing. So Yonko, I don't know if you can really talk about people's community, because if we look at yours, you asked if people would support you with merch, and they was roasting you. And personally, do I agree it's a little uncalled for? But at the same time, if we really want to bring up the receipts, it ain't exactly pretty for you.
I low key want to get tickets to the expo, man. 'Cause it seems like everybody is beefing. Like yo,
It's literally gonna be Wano.
it's gonna be wild, man. Just imagine how many okay, it's not all about clout, but just imagine how many people you have sub to you if you be the first person who streams for Neverworld versus Yonko, bro.
Look, bro, you know, bro. You know it's either gonna be like this. They're all gonna walk into each other, shake hands, and that's it. Or two, they're gonna do a whole Jake Paul and KSI boxing match. They're probably gonna do a few things like they're gonna have a race, anime trivia, or something retarded like that. Like they're gonna be up to something. But there's no way they're throwing hands. Not really, because they're not.
Yo, what's going on,
No,
man?
but
What's
never
going
say on
on?
my mama, bro. Are you
Oh my
serious?
mama!
He
Come
drawing
on,
hands,
bro.
man. He drawing hands.
Yo, what
Hey,
up?
I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to the Discord. I'm going to also link Freedom State, even though I don't really have to because all y'all niggas are on Freedom State. But I'm going to go ahead and link my Freedom State. My Discord, the King's Palace. All right.
Yeah, hey, we got to get that alive too.
Oh yeah. The thing about it is that I already promoted this shit before I even promoted it on Discord. I already put it on Twitter, so that's why I have like 20 subscribers already. But I appreciate everyone who's coming through and whatnot because this is really thoughtful and thankful of you guys. And I will, like I said, I will keep up with this content as much as I can. But I definitely want to be getting on this gaming content shit. I want to get that on lock before anything else.
You know what?
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
you ever play those Telltale games like you make your own choices?
There's the Batman one on the Switch. I might just pick that one up.
Oh, bet because I, that'd be funny. Like I've always seen people play it, but I've never seen people I actually know. So I might have to DM you to just make a funny choice, just for the fuck of it.
That's fine with me. I want Mario Kart tournaments. That's one of the things I'm gonna do. I want to do fucking Uno on this shit. I have yet to play Spider-Man, so yes, I can be trash for that. But that's why I got the Elgato, so I can play with you niggas. And then let's see, got the Mario Party 8. I might play with my sister on this shit. Got Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, Persona 5. Gotta play that.
You got a full roster stocked up of what to play. I can respect that. Like it's always great to have your plans ready before you hop out, unlike me, because I don't know what
you got Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, excuse me. You got Super Mario Maker 2 coming on the Switch, man. You already know that's gonna be a gold mine right there.
you got. That's a lot of videos right there.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be fire,
it's
though.
just the time and effort I gotta put into them. But most of this will just literally just be me streaming gameplay. Like, okay, if I do decide to do something tonight, it'll be still checking on my Elgato, making sure you get minimum lag on the Breath of the Wild. But besides that, like I said, I'm gonna download Uno. Any of y'all niggas that got Switches, I suggest picking up Uno on the Switch so we can play this shit because I really want to play that shit.
I might have to go buy me a Switch now.
That's what's up.
I mean it. I will advocate for the Switch because I know it may not have the same processing power as the PS4 or Xbox One, but it's the thought of having like Mortal Kombat 11 on the go. That's what it is. That's the selling point of the Switch is you can have certain games ported on the Switch on the go.
Now, as far as Mortal Kombat goes, I'll buy it on one condition. If Shaggy's there, but he's not a DLC. If he's there, I'm definitely getting it. I might even pre-order it. But if he's not, I'm probably not going to get the game. That's the only condition. So make it happen, DC. I mean, Warner Bros.
You can't put a nigga like that in the game. That nigga way too overpowered.
No, you gotta realize it's Mortal Kombat, not Shaggy Combat.
I mean, didn't they put Kratos in there? I mean, they can try. They can say he got nerfs coming over there, and they make.
We also need Dog Nigga up now, yo.
Yo, dog. Okay,
yeah.
look. All right, look. If I'm gonna talk about any manga on this shit, I think I might have to do Dog Nigga first. I think I have to.
You do.
I think it's only fair.
You do.
I have to. I have to. If I don't, why am I called linklegendruss if I'm not even gonna talk about fucking dog nigga?
Yo,
Dog.
Jump Force is so trash, right?
I was
But
just
if
about to
they
talk
had,
about that.
but if they had Dog Nigga on there, I don't care how trash the graphics are or anything. I'm getting that game, bro. I
All right, all right.
swear.
So look, okay. So since we're gonna go on that tangent, okay. Jump Force was something that it looked promising the moment they showed the trailer, but you already know the graphics was trash and wasn't gonna pick that up. And I'll tell you right now, you gotta feel bad for those niggas that paid like I don't know $100 or $99.99 just to get 3 days of like playtime on a game that doesn't even come out yet, or like or the beta or whatever, and know that shit's trash. I would never ever for any game pick up for $100 just to get 3 extra days just for a fucking beta. That's dumb
what the
as fuck.
budget. That's what the budget
3
went.
days.
Like, bro, I'm not gonna fake. Like that whole trailer with my boy Luffy running with the Red Hawk, swinging from buildings. That was fire, but I think that's where the budget went. High key, like I think that was supposed to bring everybody in. Because if you notice, there was no other like commercial like that at all. Like it was all just gameplay. Like it was actually disappointing because they didn't bro. The story mode was terrible. I brought it back the other day, like from GameStop. It was I got 60 for it. I got 45 back. I just said I'm gonna just take it because even GameStop knew they're gonna have to pay to get some fire going to burn all these cases. So I can understand it, but god damn, bro,
Jump
they
Force
really
is one thing, but at least it's not Fallout 76. You gotta feel
oh
bad for
lord.
them niggas. Them niggas paid for a game that probably not even took like 2 days to the map over fucking Fallout 4. I'm sorry.
These dudes literally made The Sims, but they put a Fallout skin over it. Like, nah. And then they put it at the way they posted it, it was so cinematic. The trailers, they really got people going. Like, that's actually false advertising. I can't believe no one's suing them for that. That's
Let
actually
alone anyone that got the collector edition shit and then don't even get their fucking nylon bag. They get some trash bag.
Lord. No, I think it was supposed to be like an original duffel bag, but they got like the that cheap one you get for tents. Like, bro, they're really finessing people out here, and that's I can't believe no one's actually getting that.
Oh, of course. But you, excuse me. But you already know you got gamer like podcasts like this. You gonna get niggas and other people talking about the shit too, to the point that it's like a revolt because what they say about gamers is that gamers are entitled, but I wouldn't say gamers are entitled, but it's the publishers who do this type of stuff that make you feel as if gamers are entitled to everything. That's why like okay, like in a Pokemon game, people complaining about, oh well, this sucks and that sucks, but at the end of the day you got to realize that it takes time and effort. Yes, one person could create a better skin for this game than it took a whole team to, but it still takes time, effort, and money.
And look, dialing back and adding patches. I don't know if y'all noticed, but rescaling a whole game that's expensive. Because let's say Pokemon. Let's say you want to cut out the whole cut out the Lake Division and dial it back by a few percent. That's a lot. That's a lot of time and money. I don't know why people think it's just, oh, I can go in, push the backspace, and delete a few lines of code, and you're good to go. It's not. It's really not. Like
Oh, and
people
going
really,
off the tangent of talking about games, I like DLC, but I don't like DLC for games that are just announced and then it's like, oh, we're gonna have DLC as soon as the game comes out. That's trash because of the fact that I should pay for a full game that comes with everything in it, and then like maybe like 6 months down the road when a game is just about dead, if not dead already, I'm fine with DLC. But don't have DLC for a game the moment it comes out because that's trash and that's lazy programming along with lazy workmanship.
you know, I don't
Yo,
have. I,
this was a great stream. Make sure you like the stream, but I'm about to head out, y'all.
Oh, you good, Z boy? You good? I appreciate you coming through, man. I really do. I really do, man. I appreciate everything you do for
Z.
the community and whatnot. And you have a good one, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Right. All right, Z. Oh man, like it's really, I'm actually kind of salty now because Everybody got their channel going, and I'm sitting here trying to get this editing software to work. And I'm sitting here
What are you using? What are you using?
it's called headphone, and it's pretty good because I originally bought Adobe Premiere, and I'm thinking I'm not really feeling it, so I returned it. But I'm trying to get it working.
You might as well just do Streamlabs. You might as well do that. Might as well do OBS.
Oh yeah, OBS. OBS sounded great because I was using headphone on a Mac because my old laptop. Oh man, siblings are terrible. They poured a cup of juice all on it, so it's not working no more.
Yeah, what's good, Orphe? What's good? I see you in the chat, man. I appreciate it. We're gonna get that Persona stream going eventually, one day.
Oh, man, Persona 5. I watched the anime version, and that thing was so boring.
I dropped that bitch after episode 12, I think.
Like, bro, it's nowhere near as energetic as the game. Like, if you play the game, that's a way better experience than actually watching it. Like, how do you get more fun doing something than just sitting down and watching something?
I will say this, and it's that when it comes to the Persona 5 anime in particular, it's lackluster. Like, okay, you go back, you will watch the Persona 4 anime, and you even watch Persona 4 Gold, and it gives you the experience just like in the game. Yes, they cut out stuff, to conserve time and whatnot, but you know that it's Persona 4. With Persona 5, I shouldn't have to see the same reused all-out attack, and the Persona animations look mediocre at most. Let alone the anime is not even finished because I don't know if it's like this month or next month, but they're going to come out with the Yelzabub stuff.
I don't want that. Look, when they did it in the Persona 5, when they did when they attacked together and they just hit the pose, that was so flat. But bro, they're supposed to be 2D, bro. 2D is commonly supposed to be better than 3D. But how does 3D beat that? Like, dog, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Like, I know it takes time, but I'll be dead if I put like some time in and it looks terrible. I'm gonna go back and do it right. I know it takes money, but somebody has to do it. And the reviews were terrible. Like, I'm actually feeling kind of bad for them.
Oh yeah, but I will give Persona 5, and I'm not talking about the anime. I will give the game this. The fucking music is phenomenal.
Bro, like that's one of the few games I actually get the soundtrack for. Like, it was Persona 5, and the only two I can remember on my mind were Persona 5 and Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Those were the few games that had the soundtrack was fire. But are you trying to talk about like the anime community, like the shows that are out now?
I can. I mean, it's going to be a wide variety of stuff that I want to talk about because it's going to be up to me. Like, even if I decided 2 hours later, okay, the One Piece, not 2 hours. Let's say the One Piece anime episode comes out, and let's say I won't talk about that shit's trash. You already know I will talk about. I'm not saying it's going to be trash because it should be good. I mean, and the whole Cake Island is near in the anime, so that's a good thing. And I will say this: the anime has done Whole Cake Island justice than Oda did. And I'm not going to shit on Oda for Whole Cake Island because that's a whole other different time. But I will say, like, it makes up for the stuff that gets off screen. And I hate how Oda off screen certain things.
All right, let me segue onto that. So speaking of which, I'm pretty sure you guys watched the Katakuri Luffy fight, right?
Yes, sir.
I didn't watch that shit.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but god damn, that was fire. And look, here's my problem. This is a really weird. This is a weird dichotomy because the anime in the manga, we never saw the collide. We didn't see anything.
Exactly.
We didn't see any damage to the surrounding area. We didn't even see that these dudes really came in contact with each other. But in the anime, these niggas hit each other so hard they made a goddamn Generation 5 tornado. Things are exploding. Like, goddamn. Which I'm happy for.
A golden snake and shit, too. See, going off that, too, what I agree with Dustin on this is that, yeah, it was off-screen. Like, you didn't even see the impact. You know that they punched each other or whatever, but it was still off-screen. Like, that's like with the whole Luffy uses King Kong gun, and then the next panel is Dofi in the ground. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, and look, I understand maybe you're trying to fix it out because you made the wrong decision earlier in the fight, like early in the manga, and you're trying to go back and fix it in the anime. I'm saying this. If I'm just a manga only reader, how am I supposed to know? Oh, the anime tells me. But isn't the point of the manga to do it right the first time and the anime just to make it better and not fix its problems it already had? That's all I'm saying. Like, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, I
And I
get
just
you
hope
with
that,
that.
like, I maybe Oda would be experimental, showing, oh, did they actually hit or not, which is fine. But there was, bro, there was a whole section where he's showing Luffy's fist backing up in the anime. You could have did that in the manga, showing that he's pulling his fist back, so maybe he did hit. There was no bruise on Katakuri's stomach there in the manga. We need, bro. Oh, I understand you're trying to leave it to interpretation. Well, for most time, Oda's 10 out of 10 for that. He's trying to leave it to our imagination, but not here. Not with all this fight. Hey, we need to see if Luffy actually made a hit on a dent on a man he could barely hurt. That's all I have to say about that.
Oh yeah, and I still think to a degree that it's trash. That, and I understand, like in a real life aspect, like Big Mom would leave her strongest children with, on the island just in case like someone like Blackbeard decides to come up and whatnot. But I still think it's trash how she didn't bring like oven with her and Katakuri, let alone snack.
And I actually understand that. I mean, Snack of all people should have left. Really. I mean, he really should have. But isn't Daifuku a long range fighter?
Yeah.
Yep.
So why isn't he there like at the front lines if Snack is still down? He can fight farther out in the ocean than they can, right? He really doesn't have to go anywhere, and as far as we can tell, no damage from the genie goes back to him. So shouldn't he just be out in the front hidden somewhere where they can't see him so he can attack ships? That's just me.
It's just crazy. It's crazy what happens. Like that nigga King is literally staking out the whole area around the island to make sure these bitches don't come in, and then Big Mom is up on the island having fun adventures with Chopper and Kiku.
Yeah, like look, I will say this about the anime. The anime has actually made Smoothie a more respectable character.
Oh, they were did? Saying really?
She was splitting the goddamn ocean like she's Moses out here. Like she hit the ocean so hard that the force of her swing split it first, and then the whole beam comes out of nowhere. And this man Jinbei's sweating, saying, if we don't get this right, we're gonna die instantly. And I'm like, okay, this is good. And the thing is, it showed her getting so big on the ship that the ship was about to tip over if she didn't stop swinging. So she's not completely trash. But could you guys guess any of that from the manga?
Yeah, I was about to say that Smoothie slander going to keep hitting until Oda does something with her in the manga.
I don't recommend this, but you could say if you guys want a better explanation of what was going on during these scenes, you can check out the anime. Something, please. Don't just let it sit.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because, a lot like, okay, I know, like, and I'm just going off saying Dustin is an example. So if Dustin watches this, I hope he ain't going to come after me for this shit. But I'll just say Dustin, for example, like with the, like, okay, like My Hero, the anime, the stuff that didn't happen in the manga, yeah, you could call it filler and whatnot, but it would still be considered like in canon filler to where, this event happened or something of the caliber happened in the manga, but it was just like off panel, but not like to a degree where what Oda does off panel, like Zoro losing his swords is kind of, I don't know if it said swords or sword, but I still feel as if that's kind of trash. Like why would that happen off panel?
That's hella trash. That's hella trash, man.
And I understand if maybe it was like Momonosuke, he lost a sword, but this is Zoro. When has he ever lost a sword? When?
Just Rosa, one of the Tentadas, but I can't remember any other time pre-time skip.
Well,
But that's understandable because they were so small that niggas couldn't even see them. So
not even that. She ran his pockets. He didn't lose them. Like, there's a difference. Like, I can understand maybe he's trying to find it, and they said they were fast, but come on now. Like, you gotta make it consistent, if anything. But yeah, but you know what? I hate doing this, but
like Stoney says, it's trash. It's bottom tier fucking trash. And like Zoro shouldn't lose his swords in fucking Wano. Now, let alone if it's Sweet or the Wado Ichimonji, it's trash because he shouldn't lose his swords. Like, what are you gonna tell me? One of the Bawan came in, fucking snatched his sword? Come on.
Oh, those dudes? Oh, Lord. I don't know. You know, the weird thing is, I look at this like, if we're comparing this arc to anything like a big war arc, like let's say like the Command Aaron's arc. In the beginning, it wasn't too heavy. It was pretty light. Like if we compare that to Wano, it was a pretty light. You know, there's a little action here and there. But this, if they try to turn it like 100%, 0 to 100 with Wano, I don't know how I can see it the same way because in the beginning, the only wild shoot, these niggas were getting scared by a brook. Now I know this a ghost, but are they supposed to become like super savages where the Straw Hats can barely handle them later on? Like
I ain't gonna lie. The villains right now are looking pretty lackluster. Like even Orochi himself, who's supposed to be the Shogun, is like kind of not only in his appearance, but the way he's portrayed, he seems like a joke because nobody really respects him. And the headliners are getting beat left and right, honestly.
The headliners are mid. Like the only decent headliner I can even remember, and I say decent, was probably the girl that was introduced this chapter.
Solitaire.
Yes.
I think Solitaire and Old Maid, those two were all right. Because I thought, okay, was that Jack Hyrule form right there? Is that finally we're seeing it? Like I thought that was it for a second, but
I'll even say Speed too. But when you get niggas like Dobon, like Dobon especially is bottom tier fucking trash design when it comes to headliners in general. Like just straight up trash. Now when you get a nigga like Hold'em, you know that okay, yeah, it's kind of weird that he would have a lion on his stomach that can breathe fire, but that's at least better than what that nigga Dobon is. Like that nigga, you gotta feel bad for him because legitimately he is a fucking hippo at this point.
I feel bad for that crab dude that was guarding the keys. Like that was terrible. Like Oda was trying to make a joke. Like I can't even take Kaido's crew too serious. Like if we look at Big Mom's crew, when the Enraged army pulled up on Luffy, I was like, okay. Now this is
I will agree with that. I will agree with that. Like even if Kaido's crew, his main general's crew, besides the Flying Six and the Calamities, are trash, and Big Mom's crew overall is better, you got to think that Kaido's Calamities are stronger than Big Mom's.
Yeah, I think so. But as far as like maybe, because even like the dudes we didn't even know about, even her kids that had no names, they can use armor and hockey. I don't see any of this from these dudes. Like these dudes can barely. Oh my! These dudes are getting folded by Luffy with sea stone cuffs on. Like I don't know how that's happening. Really.
Another thing to go off with is how Oda is still deliberately trying to keep Sanji and Zoro away from each other. And I don't know if it was Tekken who said it or if it was Joy Boy on one of their videos I watched. But if you are a person that doesn't believe that they're going to, like, I guess you could say, square it with each other or have a confrontation, I think this just solidifies it even more because he keeps doing it.
I'm hoping they have a confrontation like that. I mean, I'm not one for wanting to see forced drama, but I think this is kind of needed.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say forced, but going back off the Water 7 stuff with Usopp, it's warranted because Zoro said, Luffy, do not. You are the captain. You do not let someone step on you. And what did Sanji do? He practically stepped on him.
Yeah, I think personally, I think that whole line was on purpose. Really, I think those choice words were very on purpose. Like, oh man, the way you put it like there with him stepping on Luffy, yeah, There's no way those words weren't just choose like
No,
that.
it was deliberate. It was deliberate. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know how this goes. Like, okay, here's the thing though, and I'm leaning not. I'm not trying to call Sanji trash or anything, but I feel as if that, and Sanji should know Luffy's character by now. Sanji should know that no matter what he does to Luffy, Luffy's still going to stand by him and still try to help. If I feel as if, this is just poor writing on Oda's part. Maybe it's just me thinking having too high expectations, but I feel as if that Sanji should have told while he was fighting Luffy in the middle of it, should have been like telling him and Nami in particular, what's the situation, what's going on, why he can't come back, not beat up Luffy and leave Luffy there to basically get manhandled by the enraged army. Am I wrong or am I wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I think like this now. Now that we know the Luffy, he has a better understanding. He doesn't really have words. Really don't mean anything to him now, because as he is now, he can tell by your emotions. So I'm thinking that was his whole. That's what I think what he was trying to convey to the audience. But why did he have to deal with Wasabi, bro? Like really? Like man, I really don't get it.
Exactly. Okay, here's another thing. Okay. With the whole Jinbei situation and how he should have, whether he should have stayed in with the Wano or not, I feel as if that they should get away, maybe not scot free, but they should all get away, like defeating, but yet they can live to fight another day. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
you got to realize it's not just Jinbei and the Sun Pirates that have to get away, but it's also Germa, and then you also got to realize even whether Peckham's is alive or not, you got to realize that they also got to get away too.
Oh, there's one thing I have to say about the anime. I didn't know Snack was this strong, and I didn't know Judge was this strong. But they showed a few little clashes, and I'm like, wow. So this is a fourth commander? Like that's
You got to realize when the manga happened and it off paneled that, but you know that Judge was going to square up with Snack. I mean, come on, Judge is top 5, and not to be taken literally as a joke, but I mean, he had to have beaten Snack. I mean, I don't think Judge is completely weak,
and
but I think he had to have beaten Snack. I think Sanji would beat Snack.
do you think
Personally.
he's over do you think he's over all the do you think he's over Ichiji?
I don't know about that. I'm not a power scaler. I think that one's a little too wild because I mean, just alone the portrayal from Judge, I wouldn't say that. But meme wise, going off, King of Lightning, Judge top 5, yes, he is over EGG.
I'll take it. And oh man, I'm so done. If Wano has to kick up at least by this next chapter. If there's no break, I might look. I don't even hate these chapters much because my feelings would be totally different if this man Oda wouldn't just give us a mid chapter and just go on break. That's it. Nothing else. It really hurts the rating, honestly. And
Understandably could be. I completely understand. Go ahead. Sorry.
like it's bro, I will say this. That whole Queen, I actually did enjoy Queen. Queen was actually pretty cool. Like rank your problems from number 3 to 1. Shot at Luffy is escaping by running up the wall. Like, bro, please. If Luffy doesn't fight someone, like, I don't know oh my god. Like, I need, you know what? Oda can fix this. Oda can fix all this. He just has to give us a fire fight. Like, I honestly don't care who it is anymore. Like, he can give Chopper a fight and I'll take it. Really.
Well, as far as I know, okay. I feel as if that with the whole revelation of, Raizo got the keys, he sees Kamamatsu, I think that's his name, and the whole Luffy in front of Queen, and Queen, I think, is trying to chop him up or some shit. I feel as if that Big Mom should be like right then and there about the attack, with Chopper. And going off
Yeah.
that, I feel as if that it won't necessarily be a fight, but it'd be more of a devastation. You got a giant whale rampaging everywhere in this Udon prison, and that's when the prison break happens. And I feel as if Queen in particular, Kaido's going to be disappointed because the big bitch comes in and just devastates not only her prison, but his prison, but the whole everyone escapes and then whatnot. And you got all these former, I'm going to assume, Wano Kuni people who are going to go against the current regime of Orochi and Kaido. Yeah, I'm just going to go off that.
My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna go like this. Here's my theory. I think it's gonna be a mosh pit, but this man Luffy's gonna try and let everyone escape, and they're gonna follow him back to wherever they're at. Big Mom's gonna start a rampage, and Queen is just trying to clean up this mess. They're gonna all show up and ask Queen what happened, and he's gonna say Big Mom is here, and they're gonna be like, "Stop lying! There's no way. She's dead." And then, but he obviously was telling the truth, but they don't believe him. I think it's gonna go something like that. But this is great, Russ. I hope to see more for you. We gotta stay consistent with these channels. So I'll see y'all later.
Oh yeah, no more dead channels, no more. I mean it, Jordan and Hassan. If y'all niggas are watching this shit, get y'all shit back together, because I'm about to pull up on y'all niggas. And Virgo too. I mean it. I'm gonna tell this nigga better pull up too, because I'm coming on.
Bet. I'll see y'all later. All right, Sasuke. I'm gonna
All
check
right,
out
sis.
Love is Life. Chica is life. Chica
That's a
is
fact. That's a
Chica's all
fact.
I need. Like I need to spin off with her, but I'll see y'all later.
All right, sis.
Peace. Sasuke, you got any closing words? Because I might as well just go ahead and end this.
Oh man, Oda fix this shit. Fix Wano. I want actual fight. I know I'm not going to get one with Queen because it's going to end up being a clash, and then Luffy's going to break out on some lucky shit. But hey man, just give me the Zoro and Sanji swabble, and I'll be happy. That's all I want. That's all
I
I need.
perfectly agree with that. All right, everyone. All right, about to close this out. I'm just going to go ahead and say a few closing words. Go ahead. Check the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. If you enjoyed the stream, like the stream. If you dislike the stream, dislike the stream. And a few parting words on this is that if you have not even tried and checked up on Black Clover, I highly suggest. I know people talk about it and shit on it, but you should realize that as people, you gotta take both criticisms. You gotta take the good and the bad, because there's always the bad and the good, and then there's the ugly. But we're not gonna talk about the ugly because we don't talk about ugly niggas here.
Facts.
Everyone, you have a good one, and hopefully I stream by tomorrow. Maybe some gameplay of some Mario Kart 8 and some Uno. So peace.
Peace.
And your mom's a hoe if you don't like the stream. I mean it. All right.